everybody. My name is Beth and I am the Steadfast Stitcher, and this is Chloe down here. I have some whips to show. I've got haul. I have a finish and a little bit of plans and a life update. So I'm going to flip the script a bit. Normally I do life updates towards the end, but I hope you allow me to do a quick life update in the beginning right now, because it kind of goes into my stitching as well. So you know Chloe, and occasionally her daughter Kiwi makes appearances on my Flosstube as well. So since my last video, Kiwi was diagnosed with kidney failure, and it was progressing fairly rapidly. I made the decision to cancel for the Barefoot Needle Arts retreat because I didn't know how much time I had left with Kiwi. And so Kiwi ended up crossing the Rainbow Bridge. We found out that not only did she have kidney failure, but she had cancer. It was pressing against her spine and an enlarged heart. So I think Chloe and I are both a bit sad right now. And, you know, Kiwi was Chloe's daughter, and so that's where I'm at with that now. So I was looking forward to seeing everybody at Barefoot, and I always love their retreats, but I made the decision to, you know, stay with Kiwi. I just didn't think it was going to happen so quickly. So that's where I am with that. I am really sad. I missed Kiwi's little cuddles every morning when I got up in the morning. And I think Chloe's been very demanding for attention, more so than usual. And I may have gotten her a whole bunch of new toys this past week. So yeah, so I wanted to say why I was not going to be going, you know, why I wouldn't be at Barefoot right off the bat. And of course, you know, I didn't get as much stitching done with everything that was going on, and trying to get Kiwi to at least eat a little something or drink something. And all right, so that's where I am with that, and I apologize. I know not everybody likes to hear life updates, but I wanted to share that with everyone. I'm really going to miss her. They're both senior girls, Kiwi and Chloe. Kiwi was about 15 years old and traveled with me cross country twice, her and Chloe. So I'm going to get started with our cross stitch and showing you my finish first. So I worked on and finally finished Midwinter Morn from Heartstring Samplery. Very pretty pattern. This is from the Jingle Ball. I haven't fully finished it yet, but I did finish the pattern, and I really like it. And I think I mentioned before in my last video that I plan to do this on a smaller count as well, to make it more ornament size. But I think it came out really nice. I love the muted colors of that. I just think it's so pretty. And this, I believe, is on 32 count linen. And the finish, and I have it, all the materials for it, is to finish it in this little tart pan. So I need to like paint the tart pan. It's got the little, not lace. It's actually a coffee filter, but it looks like a little lace trim all around it, and it's really cute. So I need to do that. And so I'm excited I got that one finished. Now last weekend was also, was it last weekend? Yeah, it was 24 hours of cross stitch. So I did get some things done, but not as much as I had planned. I'm sorry, not this past weekend, the weekend before. It was in between my last floss tube and now. So with 24 hours of cross stitch, we also had Whip Frenzy, which is in the Whip Warriors group. And that's to stitch on as many pieces as you can, 100 to 200 stitches on each one, and then switch. Normally I love doing Whip Frenzy. My heart wasn't quite in it this time around, but I love Whip Frenzy. It's a lot of fun. So I did pick up a few pieces that haven't been worked on in quite some time. And now I think they're going to be staying out for a while. Because I was really glad I pulled them out. So this first one is from Pansy Patch, Quilts and Stitchery, and this is Summer Garden at Cranberry Manor. Really pretty pattern. I hope this isn't washing out. I know I got a comment last time and that it was, the pictures were looking a little washed out, and I saw that in the video as well. So hopefully this time around it doesn't look as washed out as before. I'm sorry, my words are a struggle today. But yeah, this is a really pretty pattern. Love the colors in it. So I pulled this out for a Whip Frenzy, so between 100 and 200 stitches. And I am doing this on 20 count Dust Bunnies Light by Dying for Cross Stitch. And I had only gotten a little tiny start on this for my 60 starts for my 60th birthday. And so I got a little bit more. Yeah, it is washing out. Hang on 1 second. Let me see if I can fix my lighting a little. Oh, that's better, I think. Okay. So this is Summer Garden at Cranberry Manor, and that's where I'm at so far. Like I said, I just did between 100 and 200 on each of these projects. And I'm definitely going to keep this one out. I was like, why did I put it away? But, you know, with doing 60 starts for my 60th birthday, I think some things got put to the side. Not intentionally or because I didn't like them. It was just, there were so many. So, yeah, I think that one's going to be staying out. As well as this next one here. This is, again, another one that I started for 60 starts for my 60th and ended up getting put to the side, but I really like it. This is Vintage Acorns by Jeanette Douglas, and I just love this pattern, and I love acorns. I've got a big old oak tree right on the side of my house, and every time when the acorns start falling, I had a whole bunch of deer out there. It was just wonderful. I'm not sure what the... I know it's from Dying for Cross Stitch, but I'm not sure what the name of this fabric is. I know because she always writes a count on the selvage. So this is 18 count. I think this might be Dust Bunnies as well in medium, but I'm not positive. Like I said, there's not a lot to it yet. I think it's another one that got put to the side after my 60 starts, and I'm glad to have this one back out again. I think it will see more progress. It didn't get anything done in 2024, so 2025 I think it's going to see more progress on it. Oh, this one. This is a huge project. And unfortunately, I ended up spending as much time stitching as I did frogging on it. As it just, yeah, my brain was not functioning at normal capacity, for sure. It's a big one. This is Amish Life. This is on my WIPGO board. It hasn't been called yet, but it is on my WIPGO board. And I'll have my 2 WIPGO calls for February to show at the end of the video as well. But I'm doing all 3 panels as one. Blitz Stitch has completed this. I know Rachel Q Stitches. Gosh, I know she was working on it. I'm not 100% sure she finished it. Bridget, who's in my group, is making great progress on this as well. And it's a fantastic pattern. This is also Dying from Cross Stitch. This had gotten a restart. I think what had happened, Emily, who's in my group and a good friend of mine, she had recalled that originally I was only going to stitch 2 panels and not the whole thing, and then I changed my mind. So my fabric wasn't big enough anymore. So this is what I'm using for my fabric, and I'm sorry it's all wrinkly. But yeah, I was working on the clouds and I could not count worth a darn. I mean, yeah, it's only clouds, but it's one of those things where I know I made a mistake and I've got to fix it. So that's where I'm at with that one. It's not a lot to show yet, but it is such a gorgeous pattern. I've had this for years. I have got like 3 copies of it. I think after I finish it, I will give away the actual, this one, the actual pattern. But I have the magazine as well. And I also have the book, Best Love Cross Stitch, I think it's 101 Best Love Cross Stitch Patterns from Cross Stitch and Crunchy Crafts book. Blech. But I enjoy that one. And hopefully next time I will pay better attention and not make so many mistakes. So next up, this one is Farmer's Market from Carolyn Manning. Chloe's trotting down the hallway. This is not the best picture because my printer was kind of dying out. But it is Farmer's Market by Carolyn Manning. It is a full coverage, part of her Shooting Stars series. And we have another person in the group that's been doing multiple of the Shooting Stars series, and they just look so good. And I think there's Sarah in our group. She came to the retreat last year. She's doing, I think it's a puffer jellyfish. Oh my gosh, the colors are wonderful. But I love the autumnal colors in this one. And again, this was a Whip Frenzy one that I worked on, so it was only 100 to 200 stitches. But it did get a little progress. I'm just doing this on 28 count Lugana over 1. With 1 thread, of course. And it is really fun to stitch on, so I'm looking forward to spending some more time with that. Let's see what's next. Alright, this one I am working on 2 patterns in this book, but I only worked on 1 for Whip Frenzy. This is the book Love Lives Here by Teresa Kogut. Highly recommend it. I think it's wonderful. Oh, pause for that. Alright, so this is the pattern for our Whimsy house. I love that bird, and I love the salt box here. And I really like the colors in this. So I did pull that out for Whip Frenzy, 100 to 200 stitches. I am doing this on 22 count Badlands over 1 from Bestitch Me. And so that's where I'm at with that. So just a little bit done on it, but it is a lot of fun. I haven't shown the other one in a while. The other pattern that I'm working on in this book is called This Small Sampler. Let me show that to you really quick, because it is also a very pretty pattern. I want to stitch everything in this book. So this small sampler is this one right here. And it is really pretty. I am going to change the cat here to be more of a gray color. Chloe is all gray, and with dark gray striping. It's kind of hard to see sometimes in different lighting. And then Kiwi was a dark gray with black stripes and a brown tummy. Hi. I know, you heard us talking about you, huh? All right, so this is what the small sampler looks like so far. I am doing this on 25 count vintage Stormy Lugana over 1. Another really pretty pattern. But like I said, if you've seen this book, it is definitely worth getting. It is, wow, terrific, terrific patterns. Ooh. Sorry, I took a little Chloe cuddle pause. I said I think, she's mourning too, so she's wanting lots and lots of attention devoted to her, and I totally understand that. The other piece that I worked on, well, there's 2 more that I worked on. No, 3 more, sorry. Was Riley Harbor, and this is one that I would really like to finish in 2025. This is by Kathy Barrick. And look at all the ships on here, and that whale. I love that whale. And between last video and this one, I did a house. So I did one of the houses on here. Not a lot, but I did get some done. I took my stitching with me to the vet as well while I was, she was having some tests done, but I just couldn't focus. That was not happening. All right, so since you last saw it, I've got the boat down here and that crab, and I added that house since I last showed it on Flosstube. So that's where I'm at so far. Not bad. I am doing this on 18 count scroll from Bestitch Me. Now, I always struggle with 1 thread or 2 threads on 18 count, and I guess it's kind of, how full do I want the stitches to look, or if it's a hand-dyed fabric, has a thread, fabric threads tightened up a bit. I'm doing this with just 1 thread, because I do like kind of the more primitive look to this one for Riley Harbor. I think it's looking really good, and I'm really enjoying working on this one. It shows up just a little bit thin in the black, but I'm okay with that. I love that crab. He's so cute. So I have more ships to do and more water, the big whale, and more houses. So we will see if I can get this done in 2025. I am hoping I can. Now this one I started with Stitchy Sally for her Cozy Cabin birthday sal. And this is Cabin in the Woods by Flossabilities on Etsy. And it is such a pretty pattern. I love this one. I like how it's got the compass points too on each side. And the trees are just wonderful. So I'm doing this on Dirty Chalkboard 20 count from Bestitch Me. And I just had this out the other night. So I didn't get a lot done, but I got the edges of the house done and I'm starting to fill it in. And you can hardly see the stitches right here. I go all the way across for the border. And then I got the north and the moon. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great pattern. Great design when it's finished. Terrific suggestion, Sally. I really like this one. And this is my little needle minder that Susan Criminally Creative sent me. And I'm going to really miss seeing you, Susan, at Barefoot. I'm going to miss seeing everybody. But it was the right decision. Anyways, so, yeah, shout out to Susan and all my Barefoot Needle Art friends. But this won't come out over the next couple of days, but I think it'll be out again fairly soon. I need to spend a couple more evenings, you know, because the 1st of February is on Saturday, I think. So I need a couple more evenings on my WIPGO calls to finish them off for January. And then I can start on my February WIPGO calls, which I'm really excited about my February WIPGO calls. Alright, so speaking of that, I pulled this out for Whip Frenzy. And it also got called for February for WIPGO. I absolutely love this pattern. This is Star Dragon from Owl Forest Embroidery. And oh my gosh, is this gorgeous. It is big and long, and that dragon is so elegant. Love, love, love this. So I only got just about 200 stitches, I think, for WIPGO, or not WIPGO, sorry, Whip Frenzy, but it's coming back out again for WIPGO, yay! I am doing this on Sugar Cream Pie 25 count Lugana over 1 from Bestitch Me. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that, and with the Owl Forest threads, it is just gorgeous. I've got a long way to go on this, so I'm not planning on a 2025 finish, but it'll be good to get some real progress on it next month too. I'm excited. I love that design. It's so funny with Stitching Buddies. If I'm on Zoom with my Stitchy group, Chloe is up here like glued next to me. She's talking to everybody on camera. She's very vocal. Kiwi was the one who, if I wasn't on camera or if I was just watching TV, she was the one cuddled up to me. It was like Chloe wants her audience. She's my little diva. And Kiwi just wanted mellow time. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's Star Dragon. So that's one of my WIPGO calls. So that's part of my plans for February. And then my other WIPGO call for February, I'm so glad this got called because I really want to put some work on it. But I'm always, like, end up picking up other pieces. This is a terrible picture, cover photo. This is Quaker Virtues by Bygone Stitches. And it's got all the virtue words in it, like community, simplicity, equality, harmony, peace, integrity. Yeah, it's a great pattern, and I love all the Quaker symbols on here. They are gorgeous. And this is in one of my stunning bags. This is one of my favorite bags from Patchwork Crossing. It's just beautiful. And Patchwork Crossing is on Etsy. I am doing this on 25 count Potato Lugana by Zweigart over 1. And I am using DMC 4505, which is one of the variegated ones, and the name of it is Heathers. So I don't know if you can, the color's coming out well, but it's like lavenders and greens and just super, super pretty. So I've got this all folded up. Okay. So this is got a long way to go, but this is where I'm at with Quaker Virtues. And is it washing it out again? So it's like lavenders and greens and just such pretty colors. Now I did get some, I pulled up on, I think Lord Liban or Threadbare, the list of colors that are in 4505, so that like I did the solid border around this Quaker motif. So I did all inside with the variegated, and then I did the solid border. And I'm thinking I may do the words, the actual Quaker Virtues words in the solid green. Or I might do it in violet. I haven't decided yet. But I was thinking I would just use one color for all the words. And it's one of the colors in 4505. So that is my other WIPGO call for February, which is Saturday. God, good grief, good grief, good grief. It's flying by. I have haul to show you too, and I didn't bring it over. One moment. Okay, so I do have a little bit of haul. It's not a lot, but I've been seeing this linen company with other Flosstubers and other people using it, so I decided to give them a try. I haven't stitched on it yet, but I got some Cedar River linen, and I just got 2 pieces for now. I went fairly neutral, so I got 1 piece of linen, and I got 1 piece of Ada. So this is Overcast, and it is 36 count. And I don't know how well the modeling is showing up on here, but it is a really pretty neutral. It really feels nice too. I can't wait to stitch with it. So this is Overcast. Then the other one I got is my Ada, and I got 20 count. And I want to call it Tephra, T-E-P-H-R-A. But I love all the subtle coloring in here. I think it's really pretty. So it's got some, I think, a little bit of like greenish tones to it as well, and the beige. I thought this is a really nice neutral. I definitely want to try out some of their richer colors as well. I just went for really neutral for my first purchase from them. And it came, you know, cross country to me. Pretty good speed, just, you know, the post office. So that wasn't Cedar River Linen's fault. It just took a little extra tour, went to Washington, D.C., seems like a lot of my packages are like going cross country and then north, or going south and then north of me and then coming back. So I don't know. Maybe my mail is being monitored. I don't know, but it keeps ending up in Washington, D.C. All right, so yeah, these got my 2 pieces of Cedar River linen. I'm looking forward to trying them. I wanted to say thank you to everybody on Instagram and Facebook, and to all my wonderful friends in my Zoom Stitchy group, for all the kindness and support with everything that was going on with Kiwi. A couple friends on my Stitchy group that have been checking in on me just to see how I'm doing. Kiwi did have a good long life. And yeah, so now it's just me and Chloe. And she's very, very cuddly lately. So, yeah. All right. That's all I've got for everybody today. I hope you have a great great couple of weeks. Get in some good stitchy time. Hug all your 4-legged friends. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.